Welcome to the demonstration video for the 21-23 Program Data Report for Reengagement. Let's begin with an overview of the report. So your Program Data Report is an online Excel document. It's actually an Excel workbook. And so we have a couple of tabs here. You have an instructions tab with some instructions, a link to the program guide. So I have the data report program guide. It looks like this here. If that direct link does not work, you can access the program guide on the YDD Technical Assistance website. So I put the link here as well. One note in the instructions, it says, in your reporting quarter, please do not leave any blank. So as applicable, make sure that you're recording a 0 or an A for not applicable in that particular field. So on the data entry tab here at the top, we have information on the particular grant, and then your grant manager's name is listed as well. And if we scroll down here, you'll see that this is the report, and it is laid out by quarter. This is a quarterly report, so we have quarter 1 and the dates of that quarter, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter 4, as well as an annual field. So for each reporting quarter, you're going to be looking at the field and putting the number of youth, the number of people, not services, not classes, but the actual number of youth in that particular field. And then at the end of each reporting year, we request an unduplicated annual head count for that particular category. So at this point, I'd like to go through a couple of the actual reporting items. So here at number 1, we have new outreach and referral. And this is the only category where you may be putting the number of youth who ultimately do not enroll in the re-engagement program, but these may be youth that that you've done outreach to or have been referred to you. They may not meet eligibility, they may choose not to enroll with you, but we do want to know what your new outreach and new referral numbers are each quarter here, and then your total unduplicated headcount at the end of the year. And then we go into program enrollment. This number 2 is your total program enrollment. To A, B, and C will add to the number that you put into. And just to kind of show you a little bit of difference here, 2A is the number of youth who are continuing from one reporting period to the next. 2B are your new enrollees, and 2C are youth which had a period of participation and were exited from the re-engagement program and then return in a later reporting period to re-enroll in the program. On number 3 here, we're looking for the credential completion. We have credentials broken out by type. And so typically 3A, 3B, 3C are going to equal the number in 3 here. Educational progress, you'll note, is a little bit different. For your quarterly educational reporting progress, you can use internal measures of what is educational progress. So it may be official credits earned on a transcript, and your re-engagement specialist may be looking to see if the youth is attending class and using that as a mark of educational progress for your quarterly reports. And then for your end of year report, we'll have you just report youth who have transcripted credits earned or who on an official GED record have passed official GED tests, and get the total unduplicated head count on educational progress on transcript record at the end of the year. Okay, so when we get into 5, 6, 7, 8, we're looking at specific services that the re-engaged youth have by quarter. And then at the end of the year, again, you're going to be counting youth, not services. So if a youth has received transportation vouchers in one particular quarter, as well as perhaps GED tests, that you would be counting the youth as an individual who received the services, not the services themselves. So we've got different things. And notice all these services are for the youth in the re-engagement program. And so when we get to 9 and 10, what's really important to note here is this is the only 2 lines where you will be recording any youth who are in follow-up services. So we're defining follow-up services as a youth who came in as an eligible youth into a re-engagement program, and then they complete their high school credential or diploma, and your program is offering continuing, ongoing, or follow-up services after they complete their high school credential. So that would be a youth who's in follow-up services. And please do not record a youth who's in follow-up services in the lines above, because we want to keep the follow-up youth in 9 and 10. So for example, if you're offering case management, one-on-one case management for youth in follow-up, you would not record that on line 5, on item 5, but you would just count them that they're in follow-up services here. And the same thing with post-secondary. If you have any youth in follow-up services, so they already have their credential and you're helping them as they transition into post-secondary, then they're going to be recorded here. So line 8 is just for a youth who is in a re-engagement program, does not yet have their high school credential, and they are in college classes. So that's important to note on 9 and 10. And another important note, just again, that there's pretty detailed information here in your guide. So you can see, like on that post-secondary for your re-engaged youth, there's pretty detailed instructions. So make sure that you're reading that, as well as eligibility for the follow-up services is also outlined here in your guide. All right, so just a couple more points here. When you complete your reported numbers, at the very bottom here, you can initial and put your date. And then when the grant manager goes in to review the numbers and have completed that, the grant manager will also initial when they're done. And then typically we will also lock that column so that we preserve that data. If you encounter a column which is locked that you need to be unlocked, please reach out to your grant manager. If you have any questions, if anything isn't clear, you're not sure about something, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. And thank you very much for watching this video.